Section 6, Your Health Keeps Score. Chapter 30, Decoding Your Health. Section 6 contains a variety of content that will help you in your lifetime pursuit of greater health and feeling your best. Learning how to listen to your body, learning how to understand your numbers and improve them, and learning what you put in and on your body all play a large role in taking ownership of your health. Is a headache the sign of an ibuprofen deficiency? Of course not. But for many, that is the first thing they try. Instead, they need some water, maybe some rest, maybe some food. How do we get so numb to our mind and body that we ignore the signs? When a plant starts to wilt, what do? We give it water, sunlight, and food. Sounds simple, but somewhere along the way, many people lose touch with their bodies and the curiosity of asking better questions. Ask better questions. Years ago, while speaking at a large convention in Orlando, Florida, a member of the audience asked a question about atrial fibrillation, the fluttering of the heart. Many men get atrial fib in their 50s, and many women get it in their early 60s. Atrial fibrillation has become very common in the United States, but is not normal and may be the beginning of a more severe heart problems. 6 weeks after this conference, I received a phone call from a woman who had been in the audience with her husband. She heard my talk about atrial fibrillation, but said she did not really grasp everything I covered. She asked for my help and for her husband. Help begins with asking good questions. How old is your husband? I asked. 54 years old. How long has your husband had atrial fibrillation? 2 years. What medications is he on? An atrial fib medication along with a beta blocker. I asked, you've lost your husband, haven't you? She said it was true, that her husband had little interest in his career and very little interest in her. He was tired all the time and had little energy and no vitality. She stated, he is not the same guy I married. Of course, he was not the same guy. He was taking a high dose of beta blocker. Beta blockers are very powerful medications that slow everything down, including the heart, blood pressure, and brain waves. Beta blockers put the body in a protective state. One of their main side effects is how they deplete energy. The questions continued. Is your husband taking any other medications like pain medications such as Tylenol, Aleve, Advil? She reported he had. He'd been taking Aleve for more than 10 years. I told her I thought that might be the problem. When we take these powerful pain medications over a long period of time, they can damage the gut and leach out many valuable minerals. If we get a bee sting or toothache, taking these types of pain medications on an occasional basis in most cases is not a problem. However, taking them day in and day out for many years can be a problem. Daily use of pain-relieving medications may cause the body to leach out precious minerals like magnesium. Magnesium is the mineral of relaxation. It helps with headaches, it helps you stay asleep, helps you improve your blood pressure, and is essential for the contraction of the heart. I told her I believed her husband was deficient in magnesium and gave her these suggestions along with encouraging him to work closely with his doctor. First, have him stop taking the Aleve and replace it with cod liver oil and ground flax seeds. Both are natural anti-inflammatory foods. Second, work with his doctor and do not change any of his medications. Third, have him start adding more magnesium into his body. He should take an Epsom salt bath twice a week. Put 2 cups of Epsom salts in a warm bath and soak for 10 to 15 minutes. Epsom salts are high in magnesium and is absorbed through the skin. Fourth, bring on foods high in magnesium such as bananas, raisins, dried mangoes and figs, cacao nibs, coconut, oatmeal, greens, nuts and many seeds, and frozen wheatgrass. 1 year later, her husband no longer had atrial fibrillation and was off all of his medications. Now she has her husband back. Your body's always talking. You need to listen. Imagine driving down the highway and the engine light in the car comes on. Should we ignore it or hope the light goes off or take it to the mechanic? Similar to the engine light, our body is always talking to us and giving us signs. But are we listening? For many, the thought of learning how to listen to our body may be completely new. That's okay. Self-awareness is the first step in making any change. We know our body better than anyone else, so it's imperative that we take ownership of our personal health. This chapter is all about helping you understand what your body is telling you and how to listen. One thing I've learned, and I'm still so passionate about after 30 years in this business, is this. The magic is in all of us, if we would listen and take care. Our body will try to heal and self-correct if we just give it a chance. There are multiple ways our body talks to us. Through our eyes, teeth and gums, breath, sleep, digestion and elimination, energy, muscles, tendons and ligaments, bones, skin, hair, and nails, and body weight. Let's begin with the eyes. In my mid-50s, I had my first eye exam with one of my close friends, Dr. Ed Peters. Dr. Peters ran me through a battery of tests, took a few pictures of my eyes, and then we sat down to discuss what he had found. He showed me a few sample photos of the eyes. We looked at the eyes with macular degeneration, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, inflammation, along with a photo of a pair of healthy eyes. I was like a kid in the candy store. It was fascinating for me to see the eye and how it revealed so much. He explained how the tiny vessels inside the eyes can become damaged by type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure. In most cases, these conditions show up much earlier in the eyes than through a traditional blood test. I never realized how important getting our eyes examined could be. We all need to get a regular eye exam so that changes over time can be detected. Teeth and gums. Another way our body talks is through the teeth and gums. Seniors who have great teeth and gums always fascinate me. How many people do you know over the age of 80 who have healthy teeth and gums? How many 80, 90, or 100-year-olds have all their original teeth? Healthy teeth and gums tells a great deal about the quality of our health. A dentist or dental hygienist can instantly recognize healthy teeth and gums as soon as we open our mouth. Growing up, I was always told that if I ate too much sugar, I would get cavities. I did not want cavities, but I really like sugar. It never dawned on me that what I ate and drank made a difference in the health of my teeth and the health of my gums. I figured that if I just brushed my teeth and flossed, I would be okay. Today, I have a much greater appreciation of the health of the teeth and gums and how powerful a role quality nutrition plays in keeping them healthy for life. Dr. Weston Price, a dentist from Cleveland, Ohio, wrote a book back in 1939 titled Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. In it, he describes field work he did in the 1920s and 1930s in various world cultures. His book contains numerous photos of people he studied and includes comparison photos of the teeth and gums of people who lived on a traditional diet and people who had adopted or grew up on an industrial or processed food diet. Dr. Price's research and photos are powerful reminders of how much a healthy lifestyle impacts the teeth and gums. Having regular dental checkups, daily brushing and flossing, keeping pH in balance, eating high-quality foods and beverages, and daily movement along with proper rest and rejuvenation all play a role in keeping teeth and gums healthy for life. Breath. As we discussed in Section 3, our breath is a key component to good health. In addition to the mechanics of how we breathe, our breath is an amazing sign of what's going on inside our body. Do you have chronic bad breath? Occasional bad breath is to be expected. When it becomes more chronic, it could be a sign of other health problems. Years ago, my wife Paula mentioned that my breath smelled funny again. This was usually after working a 14 to 15 hour day for butternut bread and getting less than 5 hours of sleep. I now realize I had acetone breath due to metabolic acidosis. What causes acetone breath? In most cases, it comes from metabolic acidosis, which is a condition that occurs when the body produces too much acid and when the kidneys are not removing enough acid from the body. Too much acid in the body causes it to go into ketosis. While in ketosis, the breath may smell like nail polish. That is why it is referred to as acetone breath. It is a little bit more complicated than this, but for simplicity's sake, this is the big picture. If left unchecked over time, metabolic acidosis can lead to severe health problems, including death. What causes this excess acid in the body? It could be linked to working long hours without enough rest, too much stress, not getting enough sleep, going too long without eating, dehydration, a high protein or low carbohydrate diet, too much coffee, energy drinks, too much aspirin and anti-inflammatories, overtraining in the gym, or not getting enough proper nutrients in our diet. Acetone breath is not normal. It is another way our body is talking to us. Scientists are now developing tests to diagnose a growing list of diseases based on breath, such as asthma, diabetes, lung cancer, kidney and liver disease, IBS, and lactose intolerance, to name just a few. Scientists are identifying thousands of chemical compounds that create these distinct odors. This type of non-invasive technology is exciting for the future. Sleep. When life starts getting out of balance, sleep may begin to suffer, leading to a drop in energy, a compromised immune system, and a foggy brain. The answer to a better night of sleep is not found in a sleep aid, but in learning how to listen to our body. Review Section 3 to learn more about the power of sleep. Digestion and elimination. Much was said about digestion and elimination in Section 4. Remember that the health of the human body begins in the gut. It is not only what we put in the body that makes the difference in our health, but also how our body breaks down, absorbs, and eliminates the nutrients we eat and drink. If we're not having a regular bowel movement, or it does not look like a soft banana, the body is talking and telling us something is not right. When the body is dehydrated, urine will look too dark. If we pinch the skin on our hand and it does not bounce back, we may be dehydrated. When skin does not look healthy, poor digestion or elimination can be the root cause. Energy. Another way our body is talking to us is our energy. Energy is our most precious commodity, but very few of us have been taught how to recognize ways to build and protect our energy. Energy is critical for optimal health and performance. When I'm on the road, I know it is essential for me to eat right, consume my superfoods, stay well hydrated, stretch, move my body, take a hot and cold shower, do my breath work, and get plenty of sleep. Without these, I will not feel and be my best. It is not a shock that today that many people are constantly complaining about their lack of energy. I had to laugh when I did an internet search for the word energy. The first thing that popped up on the screen was an advertisement for low testosterone. Not one word was mentioned about lack of sleep, poor nutrition, or too much stress. I believe that we could all use more energy now and then, but the answer cannot be found by consuming more caffeine or energy drinks. The conversation begins with where and how we get our energy. Our main source of energy comes from foods and beverages we consume, followed by a good night of sleep, sunlight, space, daily movement, and controlling stress. If we lack energy, could it be due to our poor lifestyle habits? Could low energy be due to some of the medications we're currently taking? If our energy is not what we think it should be, we need to begin with the basics and build energy habits and strategies into each day to help maintain great energy throughout the entire day. Here's a couple questions for you. How would you rate your current... Here's a few questions for you. How would you rate your energy level on a 1 to 10 scale, with 10 having great energy most of the time? Do you feel fatigued more than you think you should? Do you need caffeine or some type of stimulant to get through your entire day? How do you feel on a regular basis? Muscles, tendons, and ligaments. One of the areas that many people recognize but may be confused by is why their muscles, tendons, and ligaments ache. Here's a couple questions for you. Do you feel stiff on a daily basis? Have you lost some of your flexibility? Do your muscles ache more than you think they should? Has your strength slowly declined? What do you believe may be contributing to your stiffness, lack of flexibility, or aching muscles? The answer is not more anti-inflammatories or pain medications. The answer lies within us. Too much acid may lead to inflammation and joint pain. Here's a couple questions for you. Is your pH out of balance and you're too acidic? Does your diet need some improvement? Is your diet deficient in valuable nutrients such as B vitamins, zinc, magnesium, or omega-3 fats? Do you get a good night of sleep on a regular basis? Are your stress levels out of control? Do you move your body on a daily basis? Is strength training part of your current exercise program? There are several ways to keep muscles and connective tissue strong and flexible and keep pain and discomfort under control without using anti-inflammatories. One big strategy is to consume more high-quality foods and beverages. These include white figs, dried mangoes, bananas, raisins, berries, greens, cacao nibs, coconut, macadamia nuts, frozen wheatgrass, spirulina chlorella, cod liver oil, ground flax seeds, and water with lemon or ginger. Add in regular strength training, dynamic warm-up, foundations, and restorative movements. Use a foam roller and get a massage a few times a month. Take an Epsom salt bath and plan some downtime. All can play a major role in keeping muscles and connective tissues strong with less pain. The solution does not come in a pill. One day, as I was getting dressed at my local health club, a guy a few lockers away asked me if I had a Motrin for his headache. I did not have a Motrin or any other type of headache medication. I wondered whether I should let this conversation go or should I go a little deeper and ask a few more questions about his headache. In most cases, I try not to be the food or exercise police, but sometimes I cannot help myself. So I began asking him a few questions. How much water are you drinking? Are you consuming any type of omega-3 fats? How is your sleep? Do you breathe through your chest or your belly? Do you consume foods high in magnesium or vitamin D3? You should have seen this guy scrambling to get out of the locker room. I think he set a land speed record for getting dressed. What started as a simple request for a Motrin led to a battery of questions. Bone health and calcium. We receive many questions from people asking about calcium supplements or specific medications to improve bone health. Why do we have such poor bone health in the United States, when in fact we have the highest intake of calcium in the world? In America, calcium in the diet is often synonymous with the use of dairy products. I rarely recommend taking calcium supplements or consuming dairy products to improve bone health. Most calcium supplements are difficult for the body to absorb, leading to high levels of calcium in the bloodstream and increased calcification in our vessels. Second, dairy is a poor source of calcium. Over 32% of available calcium is destroyed when food is heated above 150 degrees Fahrenheit. This makes pasteurization of milk a poor source of calcium. In Petula, California, known as the egg capital of the world, egg farmers know that if they want to produce eggshells hard enough not to break, they feed kale, spinach, and foods high in chlorophyll, not dairy, to the hens. Other contributors to bone health. Decreasing the consumption of processed sugar, soda pop, alcohol, and processed foods improves pH balance. A more alkaline gut protects and preserves calcium and magnesium, two powerful minerals for healthy bones. Magnesium is essential for calcium absorption. Lowering stress can prevent leaching this and other valuable minerals from the body. Vitamin D is also necessary for greater bone health. Get outside into some natural sunlight and take a daily dose of cod liver oil. Both are essential to improving vitamin D3 levels. Of course, we must not forget the role of movement, especially strength training for greater bone health. Bones are alive and they adapt when added stress is applied. Regular weight-bearing exercises, along with strength training, stress the bones and connective tissue and make them adapt and become stronger. Skin, hair, and nails. The body also talks to us through our skin, hair, and nails. Skin rashes, cracked or discolored nails, psoriasis, brittle or thinning hair, or dandruff mean that there's some imbalance in the body and it's time to take notice. The first signs of poor digestion, poor elimination, and deficiencies in vitamins, minerals, and healthy carbohydrates, proteins, and fats may show up in skin, hair, and nails. When beginning our journey to a healthier lifestyle, most people will see results first in their skin, hair, and nails. Skin will look vibrant and healthy. Hair becomes shiny and thicker, and nails begin to grow faster and look healthier. One of the first things we teach our On-Target Living health coaches is to check a person's skin, hair, and nails for the ways their body is talking to them. And lastly is body weight. There has already been a great deal said about body weight throughout this entire audiobook. Body weight is a powerful indicator of what is happening in the mind and body. Do you have the body weight range you would like to maintain 24/7? Is it realistic? Finding and maintaining a healthy body weight is part of everyone's journey to feeling and being their best. The human body is truly amazing in its ability to heal and self-correct if given the proper resources. Learning how to decode our health is a gift that keeps on giving. Slow down and take the time to listen. When feeling out of balance, start by asking better questions. Your body's always talking to you. Take the time to listen. Decoding your health essentials. Big picture. Decoding your health begins by asking better questions. Learn how to listen to your body. Nobody knows your body better than you. Your body will try to heal and self-correct if you give it a chance. There are multiple ways your body is talking back to you, and most have nothing to do with a blood test. Ask yourself, what questions do you need to ask to learn more about your health? Do you pay attention to the warning signals your body sends out? Do you feel like you have enough space in your life? When was the last time you had an eye exam? How many hours of sleep do you average per night? How often do you have a bowel movement? Do you move your body on a daily basis? Is strength training part of your regular workout plan? Are you a chest or diaphragmatic breather? Can you touch your toes easily? Are you consuming a minimum of 50 ounces of water per day? Do you consume calcium and magnesium-rich foods? Do you consume omega-3 fats on a daily basis? Small steps. Step back and listen for signals, signs, and clues your body is telling you. Get your eyes examined on a regular basis. Give yourself enough space to get 8 hours of sleep. Work on your posture and flexibility by doing 60-second micro breaks, standing wall extension, and maybe a standing up dog and down dog stretch. Drink more water, consume superfoods, update food choices, and fast for 12 to 14 hours overnight. And lastly, don't ignore your body. It is time to listen.